Hello, hello, hello. Is this working? Okay, okay. Right now we're in the lobby just waiting for people.
sharpening my feathers.
Coward! May you die with your eyes closed.
Well, now I'm just mad. I am forsaken. You lose.
Ignorant thrall!
Who dares defy my will?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
Alright, whoever's watching this VOD later, I'm a cameraman, not a commentator. So you'll see all the fights really clearly, or as clear as I can make it. And, well, that's that.
Minions have spawned.
Yo, what's up? You streaming? Oh, hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I can't see the reason why, like, PIO wouldn't win this matchup with, like, Silas on top.
Top lane Silas is probably better than especially with the ult taking. Mid lane already got blown flash. Looks like this Olaf wants to do some damage before things get crazy. He's only level 2, but he's going in for the gank.
1, 2, 3, 4, 2.
Let's see if anything happens. Nope. Holy crap, this camera is so spastic, the directed camera. Fight. Hello.
Hey, who's streaming the game? Why are they not?
Oh, that Flash, Burn, and still very well surviving with the level up to keep them safe.
I told everybody I'm a cameraman, not a commentator.
Alright. I'm actually very excited for this game. Truthfully, I think that PIO has had some synergy problems, and that's why they haven't. That's why they struggled against my team last week. But I feel like if they work together, and I feel like they could really bring this game home. I'm set they are. Ares taking a very questionable trade top, though. I don't know if he really wants to be in this position. Olaf's pathing top. And he doesn't know he might die. Pan top. Oh, never mind, he's out. Yeah, it really feels like a Varian has exactly what he wants in that lane state. Currently up 200 gold, or currently up 100 gold, and he's
Yeah,
got
100 gold freezing.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm Silas, I'm pretty happy right now, because then even if the freeze breaks, you get to run Ornn down the long lane, right? Olaf's bot here. They might look for a play.
I'm not sure this is a kill unless he gets another E off. Pretty close.
Very close. Is the ult finish? No. That's so close, though.
34 HP at around 20 HP. Maybe another auto. That allows bot lane to beat the dragon.
Good on a Varian, though, not blowing any sums, knowing the limits there. Knowing that he'd survive without wasting his flash. CS diff is widening top lane. I'd really like to see... Oh, and Olaf is actually invading top side. Let's see how they respond to this. Good collapse. Blow flash.
Wow. Top lane has a 400 gold difference.
Yeah, this is gonna start to feel
Oh,
really
sorry,
bad.
I didn't see that solo kill because I was not in directed camera.
Two, two, three, four.
Right now, the Battle of the Gold Leaves is really in top lane, which is 300 ahead on the AR side and
Yeah, but
600
overall,
ahead on the bot side.
let's say overall PO is ahead by 400 gold or 300. So it doesn't. I don't know. It's not the worst thing in the world. Goody. I don't think he really wants to trade with Silas, but are they really gonna look for the dive here? That's so risky.
Smile. Everyone is watching.
Uh-oh. I think that might be a solo kill top lane. Oh? Never mind.
About 100 HP.
What runes is that Ornn running? Because that seriously felt like Time Warp Tonic. Nick Mead surviving. Very close fight.
There is power here, waiting.
But with Olaf topside and Jinx being forced to back, he's safe to keep pushing. This is really good for him. That is a dead mid laner.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Breathe, my children.
Rampage. Turret plating will fall soon.
Well done.
That mid gold difference is 1700.
You will learn what beauty truly is.
depends on the space this team can create for him. I mean, theoretically, if you can kill Victor and Jinx, and then avoid Silas, it'd probably be okay. Where is Brian and Dan's?
I don't know. Oh, there might be something with the LCS. Anyways, looks like it is a even game so far with AR in the lead, with getting 2 Rift Heralds going in. Tower has gotten going forward, and Trundle gets caught once more for a little bit more damage. Olaf on the flank as well, looking to see if they can pierce into their line. Jhin ult to try to start off the fight. See if flash from Nautilus, but gets exploded. Like Jin's gonna go down. Orion's trying to protect, but doesn't work. We have a teleport from Ford. Does not get it.
Feels like a
Ooh,
waste
gets one.
of ult. I don't know if you want to re-engage there. I think you just entirely back off.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time there, I think we saw that they were at quarter health while the other team was still on a half with 3 versus 5.
Yeah.
I would almost agree with Landry there. It was
Isla's
kind of unnecessary.
Red team has slain the dragon.
We can look at the number game. Top side, it's going to be AR. Jungle is going to be AR as well. And in mid, the only big difference is going to be Jhin with a little bit more gold. So we have 2 lanes winning with Jungle ahead on AR, with only Jhin making a bit of a difference. We'll see if Jhin can make a pullback. Put the team on his back here. As the Immortal Kawasaki Ace would do. How do they get back into this game, guys?
I mean, looking at the comp, I don't think there really is a way. You have three people with the ability to be strong: in Silas, Victor, and Jinx. Silas and Victor are already there. Jinx finds her way there as she scales through the game.
Oh,
Whereas Orianna behind feels awful and really doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And the only thing you're really useful for is your ult, but you don't want to be team fighting anyway. And, you know, Olaf just ignores it and runs at you. I just don't know if there's a way they can bring this back.
I think they have to get picks like that, but as you were talking, Ornn did get picked off in the north in going back. So he got an additional kill, but they did get a clap back on Blazion, who I believe had a bounty as well, so great on that. They did have to use Flash from Pentamaster, who still has the smaller baby Flash ready to go.
Victor still has a 3k cold lead, even dying like that. So that's rough.
Yeah, along with the dragon, it looks like we're gonna have water. Ooh. Water soul, so should be interesting, especially for champions like Olaf, who would love that. Definitely not as impactful as the Mountain or Infernal, but still really, really great when you're ahead. Just gives you that sustain and a little bit more siege. With a Victor pick, that would be absolute boon send.
Honestly, with the comp that AR is running, any soul would be good for them. Because even if it's Cloud Soul, right, you gain the move speed from your ult. Olaf loves that. Victor loves that.
And it makes it a little bit easier to siege as well, with the Victor being able to whip in and out. We see Poe Panda trying to get some vision, but has to use Flash to get out and prevent himself from dying. Had Orianna sent to the bottom to do a little bit of lane pushing. However, it looks like AR is getting ready to set up for the Baron vision. Make sure that they are ready if they can get a couple of picks here. Dragon up in a minute. We've got most of the mid and top opened up for AR, and PIO only having one tower currently. Still coming up as well. Vision lines being set up pretty safely for PIO, which I think they need to do, because if you get caught by the Thresh or the Silas, you're pretty much just always on the back foot there. PIO are setting themselves up.
That's
Pika
a
going for the
big.
first one.
That's a
Oh,
big pick.
perfect. Get them set up for Dragon. We see Ares of Doom teleporting in. And it looks like they're...
Silas and Victor are just going to go for the mid push here.
Let's see if they should be trading back. They should have Pentamaster go back there.
Ew,
and try to
yeah.
find this.
Alright, so the TP comes out from Pika Pika. Oh, and from Ornn, actually.
They can do a flank. They're still... Ooh, nope. Yeah, they could collapse right here.
Yeah, this is
Get
actually a
another
really
pick
good
to try to get
position.
it back in.
If they can keep this train going, the Jhin ult. Oh, the failed flash from Glaceon.
They got to make sure they don't get too caught up here. Don't get killed
This is
by...
a great fight.
Oh, missed.
Nick
Jinx
Mead
ult
just
by
running
Fire
around,
Damage.
re-hitting.
What a turn. We could also see...
Yeah, that's
Jinx not
gotta
able to
be
get back
Baron,
in.
right? They're gonna go
I-
for it. I
Jinx-
don't know. This is risky. Trundle's not very bulky here. I'm not sure how quickly they do it, but it doesn't look like it's that fast.
Oof. I think that AR just doesn't have the time to get there. Even with Fire Knight, I don't know if he has the confidence to kind of, go for the trade or just shoot some
Well,
rockets in.
they know for a fact they're there. Okay, there we go. Smite goes down.
Oof.
Baron goes to PO.
What a great turnaround we just saw there. It was just...
That was
the
a pretty
opposite.
big. That more than equalized gold, actually. PO is now has a 500 gold lead.
And it looks like the kills went on exactly who they wanted them to. They wanted to get Orianna back into the game and also put a couple kills on Jhin to make sure that they can keep up.
Orianna's still down 1500-ish to the
Mm.
mid lane.
Well,
Jhin is up 4k over his lane opponent. And jungle is actually now in PO's favor.
Wow, okay.
You can s-
Looks like they sent Ornn to the side lane. Looks like the rest of the team's going to try to bring it up the middle.
They're sending Olaf down for Ornn. I mean, Ornn dies if he tries to fight that.
Yeah, I think he should just be backing here, but they're pinging it out
They're
that Ornn is
TPing
by himself.
Silas.
Teleport. They trade Ornn for mid tower.
That's what it looks like here, yeah. I mean, there's no way Ornn gets away from this.
No, it's just a little bit too much.
Blue flash.
Blue flash probably could have used it a little bit later. But it's alright because they get to switch
That's
and get
two
two towers
for
for
the
Ornn.
Ornn kill, though. That's 2 mid towers for the Ornn kill, though. That's a decent macro play.
You could, as PIO right now, just start letting that roll in, go towards the top and open the entire field up, and then let Pentamaster start building the line of vision, as he is doing right now, to make sure that they can move up north, get a pick if anybody tries to rotate over there. Great play by PIO, and great, exactly what you're saying, macro play, to be able to know when the wins and losses are going to happen.
So that equalizes towers across the map. With Dragon coming up in a minute 30, I think AR needs to push this bottom tower, get a wave pushing, establish priority in mid and bot lane, and just build up a vision line.
Well, we see that teleport. There is teleport on Orianna, and Dragon comes up in a minute, so they get that tower for free up top. Ornn still answers the bottom.
Pentamaster's in a risky situation here. He's kind of alone. Well, other than Jhin, he was kind of alone for a second there.
Tower top goes down. There is still 50 seconds before Dragon. It looks like everyone's gathering up, but AR does have position.
That tower bot lane is actually important. It's a lot more important than people may think. Because
See,
if you disengage, never mind, fight starting.
Ooh, Orianna.
Good Ornn.
Over there. We have Ornn not dying to Olaf. Olaf not strong enough to kill him by himself. He actually just walks on through. It actually is going to be. Is it going to be an ace?
That is a 1 for 5, an ace for PO, a free dragon, and it looks like they're going to push mid tower here as well. Maybe take the end.
Inhib going into the. Yeah, it's going to be Inhib. Trundle is going to solo kill the dragon.
Nick Mead now has his upgraded mythic as well from Ornn.
Absolutely. Chad, thank you so much for spamming this seed to help Nick Mead, because apparently he took it and he grew a pretty sizable lead for PIO right now.
We're just going to ignore that.
So, Insight, what do you think was the main thing that really, we over the last 5-10 minutes, it just went from a total AR victory or like an AR lead to a decent PIO lead.
So obviously it was that fight. It was the fight around Raptors and mid, where they were able to get a couple good picks. They were able to transition that into a very long fight. And long fights where they kill Jinx actually kind of favor Jhin. They give him time to get to his 4th shot. They give him time to reload, go through multiple spell rotations. Honestly, and like you mentioned earlier, the kills went on to exactly who they needed them to. Orianna has a 600 gold bounty. Jhin has a 500 gold bounty. They've been tearing shit up. They haven't been dying. This is exactly what PO needed to get back into this game, and they took it and ran with it. The momentum shifted, and they said, "All right, let's go."
Looks like there's gonna be a little skirmish at the bottom. Everyone does
that bot lane tower still being up is irritating me. It provides just so much cover for this Ornn. He can kind of push however he wants to, and he doesn't have to run for as long. And because he's so bulky at this point, it's a lot safer.
We have Baron up. Dragon is going for another 3 minutes. Looks like he's contesting. Ornn does have teleport.
So does Silas and Victor.
Mm-hmm. They have given up bot tower.
So Silas is going to reset here and head towards Baron. I think what Ornn wants to do here is actually stop that recall, but he's not going to.
Flash over. There's going to be a ward.
Penta's in a lot of danger here.
Ooh!
Had to blow a lot of shields to keep him alive.
But that was to be able to keep him alive against the Blazion's ult. So he currently does not have ult.
Very true. Looks like both teams are just going to kind of back off Baron here. Look forward to another day.
Yeah, that's probably be the best choice. You don't have your tank there. Pentamaster looks like they only had a limited amount of vision as well.
Orianna's actually only down 800 gold now. Which the gold difference between mid was, what, 2k at one point?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty big swing for her.
Joe, can we get a switch to the items, see what they're building? Thank you.
Alright, so Orianna and Jhin now both have their upgraded mythic, as well as Ornn, but of course.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty fast one. Silas is not in position. They know they're doing it because there is that top... Oh, they don't know. That last top ward over there is actually was pinked in the middle. Good job on whoever's pinked that is right in the middle of the Baron pit instead of further out.
Chase is edging out Barry Allen on the vision score.
Yeah, it's
they're both doing pretty well.
Absolutely. I think that Pentamasta's vision game here is one of the things that allowed them to take that Baron fight so easily and confidently, knowing that there's no vision there and there's not much they can do besides maybe Victor ult and a lucky rocket.
Ornn could be caught here. Oh, he clips the wall.
Oof. Done.
But it looks like they just want to back off.
Red team's
I-
inhibitors respawning soon.
I don't know
They
if
had
they
to
saw Jhin coming off the side, so they didn't want to get caught out on that side.
Yeah.
15 minutes till, or sorry, 15 seconds till Dragon. And we have all ults up, so this is going to be a pretty even fight here. It looks like all combat. Yeah, all combat.
We have the Ornn ult on Silas. That could be really scary here in River.
You got the stun.
Oh, a major Orianna ult. Okay, was that a 5-man?
Yeah, that was, I believe, a 5-man. I think that really is going to clutch the game. If they actually don't probably even need to go get it, they can probably run down middle, right? Or, sorry, bot lane here and get an inhibitor and probably both of them. I truly hope that Danzy and whoever is doing bubble tea time gets that 5-man ult, because I think that's just assured them the victory.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
And now with the siege potential with Water Soul, it really is a pretty
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
amazing sort of victory here. They're going to play it safe though, which I think is the right choice here. PIO doesn't want to throw away their lead against a undefeated team. Take it nice, slow, and don't take any risks right now
Ares
because...
here to... Go ahead, sorry.
No, for you. Go for it.
I liked that Ares buffed up the minions so that they could push. Honestly, Ares is kind of... I want to say underrated, but I don't know if that's the right way to say that. He... For one of the self-admitted weakest top laners in the league, he does really well with these matchups where he has to lose really gracefully. He's not allowed to die, he can't let his opponent super scale. But he does really well at managing waves, at knowing where he should be. And I think it's really a great thing to see from a fellow top laner.
Uh, if it wasn't a Jin, I would say like the longer this game goes on, that allows Jinx to get kind of more time and Victor more time to get into the game. I think there is a detriment once you get a little bit longer.
See, a thing to note here is that Orianna and Jin have both reached full build. So the only thing that can happen is that their fights get worse from here on out because Jinx gets more items, Olaf gets more items. They need to end. They need to end as soon as possible at this point.
It just takes one or two bad fights and it turns this game around. And Panda is now currently a little bit too strong to really just pick like it was before. We saw Fire Knight try to just get those rockets and they barely scratched them through the shields.
Fire Knight also has the worst items to get through the tank, so
This is true.
This
is true. Fire Knight went with a very standard Jinx build.
I would not say that. I would say he needs Lord Doms. Oh,
that's when I say very standard. Kraken Slayer Runon's his core on Jinx. So building those two first, I understand it. But going into the IE third, I feel like that would just be better replacing the Last Whisper. Replace the BS Sword with the Last Whisper, build the Lord Doms, maybe get some damage on these tanks, because you already have a Victor who can blow up the backline. You don't need the IE for more damage. You need the Last Whisper, you need the LDR so that you can get to this front line. Because as Jinx, you're never walking into their backline anyway.
Looks like we're just wrapping up. Diju trying to get back to the tower. Oof, still doesn't make it to the fountain.
And that is Acid Rabbit's first loss.
Wow, impressive. Absolutely
Goes to PIO.
Wonderful. Who do we want to bring into the chat?
Bring me Chase.
Let's see. Well, you got a choice of Chris, Panda, and Nick Mead because Chase already left.
Oh, did he? Alrighty. Let's get Nick Mead then. Boy went 10-1-10 on Jin. Truthfully got his team back into the game. Yeah.
So we're gonna welcome the Nick Mead, the player of Jin, going 10-1-10 for his team.
How does it feel? How does it feel to take the first game off Acid Rabbits?
Oh, it felt good. I didn't even realize that that it was their first loss, but if I was definitely scared going into it because of the Aves and Drew Blazon combo. They play a lot together, so I was pretty nervous, but I mean it worked. It did.
So
go ahead.
I was gonna say near the beginning of the game, you all were behind fairly well. They were getting picks on your team. What was it? Who made the call to start doing individual picks, or was that always a part of your plan to get into this game?
Yeah, definitely. I think. Well, personally, as Jin, individual picks are pretty strong, especially after getting Gale Force. So it just was. I felt bad doing it to the Jinx the first couple of times where they walk too close and they're just gone because of that Gale Force gap close plus Jin burst. But aside from that, I mean, we just had some really good Orianna ults, ults. There's just a lot of good ults for our team fights. It was hard to play into us, I think.
What do you think was the major turning point for your team this game? Because as Digital mentioned, you were kind of behind. At one point, your mid laner was behind 2K. Your top laner was also behind like 3K. And so what do you think was the turning point?
Ooh, it's hard to say. We had pretty good dragon control early, I think. Yeah, we were a little behind, but in the bot lane at least, our support doing a lot of roaming kind of helped the rest of the team get back into the game. And then in the bot lane, it was just hard for Jinx to really do anything into a Jin. So I held my own pretty easily down there. But I mean, aside from that, it was really just once we started getting going, our early game as champions was just it's hard to play into Orianna, Jin, or those champions in team fights, especially like early and mid game.
Nick Mead, how do you feel about that there are new memes about you? One being, quote, if Nick Mead is a cutie, and Nick Mead is so kawaii desune.
Oh God.
Yeah, you might want to go look at Twitch chat.
Oh no, I'm scared too now.
There was actually people were spamming this seed to help Nick Mead.
And
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
so if we take a look at the stats as well, we can see that we're holding their own pretty well, but the combination of Oriana and Jin doing quite amazingly to really shut down that lane. For you, Nick Mead, besides your bot lane, who do you feel was just the kind of the MVP, or who do you felt the impact from?
Definitely the Oriana after those. There's a very nice 5-man ult, I think, somewhere around one of those dragon fights.
In River.
Yeah, I just won the fight super hard there. There were quite a few really good Oriana ults that we played off of. I'm definitely gonna have to give that to the Oriana. But I'm always glad to see that my friend Blazon's putting in work even if the game doesn't end in his favor. That's very nice to see.
And the
All right.
humble and kind Nick Mead. Anything else from you, Insight?
Yeah, I got one last question. So your next week, it looks like you're facing Deep Dive. How do you feel going into that match? And how do you feel about Deep Dive in general?
Ooh, Deep Dive. I haven't looked a whole lot into them. Yeah, I don't really know what to think yet. But I like my teammates. I think whatever Deep Dive has to throw at us, we'll do our best to catch it.
Alrighty.
Well, awesome. Thank you
That's
so
all I
much
got.
for joining us for Bubble Tea, Nick Mead. Thanks everybody for joining in the chat. Thank you for everybody who's Nick Mead, so Kawaii Desine, anybody who put channel points in, people who put in 500 and got 10,500. Absolutely wonderful. And guys, great game. We hope to see you soon. I think the next game is tomorrow. And keep joining chat and enjoy yourselves. Insight, want to take the last word?
I think you got it. We're out.
All right, see you.